Hello there, my loyal royal watchers. Pour yourselves something special because today we're diving into what might be the most spectacular royal comeback we've witnessed in years. Our beloved Princess Catherine's absolutely breathtaking appearance at the French state visit. And let me tell you, this wasn't just any return to the spotlight. This was a masterclass in royal elegance, strategic messaging, and yes, perhaps even a little subtle shade thrown in the direction of Montecito. Now, I know you guys are excited for more, but before we delve into further discussion, if you haven't subscribed, come on guys, what are you waiting for? Hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell ASAP! So now, did you see Catherine in that stunning red gown, wearing a tiara, for the first time in over 18 months? My goodness, she looked absolutely radiant! After everything she's been through with her cancer treatment, to see her standing tall in Windsor Castle, every inch the future queen, was enough to bring tears to my eyes. This wasn't just a fashion moment. This was a statement of resilience, of duty, and of her unwavering commitment to the monarchy, despite personal challenges that would have sidelined lesser individuals. What made this appearance particularly fascinating was Catherine's choice of designer, Givenchy. Yes, the very same fashion house that created Meghan Markle's wedding dress. Now, we all know Catherine has never been one for petty gestures or obvious rivalry, but I can't help but see this as a masterfully subtle reclamation. It's as if she's saying, "This is how royal elegance is truly done," without uttering a single word. That's the difference between Catherine and Meghan. One doesn't need to tell everyone how amazing she is. She simply shows it through consistent grace and impeccable choices. And let's talk about those jewels. In what has apparently left Queen Camilla stunned, though I'm sure she understands completely. We've learned that the late Queen Elizabeth personally chose Catherine to inherit some of her most meaningful and iconic pieces. This wasn't just a passing down of baubles. This was a profound vote of confidence from our beloved late monarch, recognizing in Catherine the qualities she most valued: grace, devotion, and the perfect balance of tradition and modernity. Among these treasures is the Cartier halo tiara that Catherine wore at her wedding in 2011, and the Nizam of Hyderabad necklace, a diplomatic gift that the Queen herself only wore for the most important state occasions. The symbolism couldn't be clearer. Elizabeth saw Catherine as the future of the monarchy, entrusting her with pieces that represent not just financial value, but historical and diplomatic significance as well. What makes Catherine's diplomatic dressing during the French state visit so impressive is how she manages to be both regal and relatable simultaneously. Her accessories included earrings that once belonged to Princess Diana and a pearl necklace from Queen Elizabeth's collection. Thoughtful nods to the royal women who came before her while asserting her own distinctive style. She honors tradition without being bound by it, understanding that the monarchy survives by evolving thoughtfully rather than through dramatic reinvention. The contrast with Meghan's approach couldn't be more striking. While Meghan seemed to view royal traditions as constraints to be challenged or discarded, Catherine has worked within the system to modernize it gradually, earning the respect of both the institution and the public in the process. She didn't demand immediate change or recognition. She earned it through years of quiet dedication and genuine service. Royal watchers couldn't help but flood social media with admiration for Catherine's appearance. One commenter noted, "Her diplomatic dressing is simply stunning, showcasing elegance while maintaining her approachable aura." Another observed that the way Catherine's diplomatic dressing embodies confidence during the French state visit is inspiring. These aren't just comments about fashion. They're recognition of how Catherine uses her visual presence to communicate strength, resilience, and the perfect balance of tradition and accessibility. What makes this all the more remarkable is the context of Catherine's ongoing recovery journey. As one cancer survivor commented, Princess Catherine's diplomatic dressing is more than clothes. It's her way of showing that she is fighting and continuing with her responsibilities, giving others hope. This touches on something profound about Catherine's approach to royal duty. She understands that her role isn't just about representing the monarchy. It's about connecting with people who might find inspiration in her example. While Catherine was dazzling everyone with her grace and elegance, there was apparently a small moment of protocol breach between the Macrons that caught King Charles's attention. Always the consummate professional, Charles handled the situation with characteristic poise, prioritizing the overall success of the event rather than drawing attention to the uncomfortable moment. This ability to navigate potentially awkward situations with dignity is exactly what we've come to expect from our working royals. They understand that their role is to rise above personal discomfort for the sake of diplomatic harmony. What's particularly noteworthy about Catherine's return to tiara wearing is the timing. This wasn't just any state visit. It was a high-profile engagement with one of Britain's closest European allies, carefully orchestrated to strengthen ties in the post-Brexit era. For Catherine to choose this moment for her return to full royal regalia shows her understanding of diplomatic significance and her commitment to supporting the monarchy's international relationships despite her personal health challenges. The images of Catherine standing alongside William, King Charles, and Queen Camilla presented a powerful visual of the present and future of the British monarchy, stable, dignified, and united in purpose. This is the kind of imagery that reassures both the British public and international observers that the institution remains strong despite the challenges of recent years, including the Sussex departure and health concerns for both the King and the Princess of Wales. I can't help but wonder what was going through Meghan's mind as these images circulated globally. After years of trying to position herself as the modernizing force the monarchy supposedly needed, here was Catherine demonstrating that true modernization comes not from rejection of tradition, but from thoughtful evolution within it. After all Meghan's talk about finding her voice and speaking her truth, Catherine was communicating volumes without saying a word, letting her presence, her choices, and her commitment speak for themselves. The subtle reclamation of Givenchy is particularly fascinating. This fashion house created Meghan's wedding dress, arguably her most significant royal fashion moment. For Catherine to choose this designer for such an important state occasion feels like a gentle reminder that the monarchy continues, traditions endure, and the institution is bigger than any individual who passes through it. It's not about erasing Meghan's contribution. It's about incorporating it into the ongoing royal narrative rather than allowing it to stand as a disruption. While Catherine was demonstrating the art of diplomatic dressing at Windsor Castle, where were the Sussexes? Reports suggest they were in Montecito, continuing their increasingly desperate attempts to maintain relevance through commercial ventures and media appearances. The contrast couldn't be more stark. Catherine using fashion to strengthen international bonds and represent Britain with dignity, while Meghan launches jam brands and wine lines that trade on her royal connections, while supposedly rejecting royal constraints. What must King Charles think as he watches his daughter-in-law handle her role with such grace despite serious health challenges? I imagine there's tremendous pride mixed with gratitude that William chose a partner so perfectly suited to the demands of royal life. Catherine has never complained publicly about the pressures of her position, never accused the institution of failing to support her, never used her platform for personal grievances. Instead, she's focused on service, on representing the monarchy with dignity, and on using her influence to spotlight causes that matter. Queen Camilla, too, must appreciate Catherine's approach. Both women entered the royal family as commoners and have had to navigate the intense scrutiny that comes with marrying future kings. Both have faced criticism and challenges, yet both have responded with dignity and a focus on duty rather than drama. The reported stunning reaction from Camilla regarding the Queen's jewelry bequests likely reflects not jealousy, but recognition of the tremendous responsibility these pieces represent, and perhaps a touch of maternal pride in seeing Catherine step so capably into her future role. The Princess Royal, Anne, who reportedly disclosed the information about Catherine inheriting the Queen's jewels, has always been known for her no-nonsense approach to royal duty. Her apparent approval of Catherine receiving these treasures speaks volumes about how the hardest-working royal views the future queen. Anne, who has dedicated her life to service without seeking the spotlight, likely sees in Catherine a kindred spirit, someone who understands that the privilege of royal position comes with the responsibility of lifelong duty. What we're witnessing is the careful preparation for the next generation of monarchy. King Charles, knowing his reign will be shorter than his mother's, is clearly focused on ensuring a smooth transition to William and Catherine when the time comes. The strategic passing down of significant royal jewels, the increasing prominence of the Wales couple at major state events, the thoughtful blending of tradition and modernity, these are all part of a carefully orchestrated plan to maintain the monarchy's relevance and stability for decades to come. Catherine's diplomatic dressing during the French state visit wasn't just about looking beautiful, though she certainly achieved that. It was about representing Britain's values, history, and future aspirations through carefully chosen visual symbolism. Her outfit, with its nods to both Diana and the late Queen, acknowledged the past, while confidently stepping into the future. This is what royal fashion at its best can achieve: communication beyond words, connecting with people on an emotional level while maintaining the dignity the institution requires. This state visit also demonstrated the Wales couple's natural chemistry and genuine connection. Despite the formality of the occasion, there was apparently a moment between William and Catherine that King Charles noticed. A small breach of protocol that showed their authentic relationship cutting through the carefully choreographed proceedings. Unlike certain other royal couples who seem to perform their affection for cameras, William and Catherine's connection feels real and unforced, built on years of shared experiences and mutual respect. As Catherine continues her recovery journey, her gradual return to full royal duties has been handled with remarkable thoughtfulness. There's been no dramatic narrative about her illness, no exploitation of sympathy, no public diary of her treatment journey, just quiet dignity and a focus on returning to service when medically appropriate. This approach reflects her understanding that while personal challenges may temporarily affect her schedule, they don't define her role or her commitment to the institution she will one day lead alongside William. The red Givenchy gown Catherine wore to the state banquet perfectly balanced traditional royal glamour with contemporary elegance. The color choice was diplomatic perfection, red being a significant color in both British and French tradition. The silhouette was classically regal, while still feeling modern and fresh. This is Catherine's gift. She can wear clothes that honor centuries of tradition, while never looking like she's in costume or playing dress-up. She wears the clothes. They don't wear her. While some critics might dismiss focus on royal fashion as superficial, those who understand monarchy recognize that visual representation is a fundamental aspect of the institution's communication strategy. In a role where direct political statements are prohibited, clothing, jewelry, and other visual elements become an important diplomatic language. Catherine has mastered this language, using her choices to convey respect, celebration, solidarity, or commemoration as each occasion demands. What makes Catherine's diplomatic dressing particularly impressive is that it never feels calculated or contrived. Unlike certain former royals who seem to approach every appearance as a branding opportunity, Catherine's choices feel authentic to her personal style, while still fulfilling her royal responsibilities. There's a consistency to her approach that builds trust with the public. They may not know exactly what she'll wear, but they know it will be appropriate, thoughtful, and executed with her characteristic grace. The French state visit showcased the British monarchy at its best, using centuries of tradition, pageantry, and protocol to strengthen international relationships while adapting to contemporary contexts. Catherine's role in this diplomatic dance was executed flawlessly, demonstrating why the late Queen had such confidence in her as a future custodian of the institution. This wasn't just about wearing beautiful clothes and jewelry. It was about representing Britain on the world stage with dignity and warmth. As we look to the future of the monarchy, it's clear that Catherine will play an increasingly central role in shaping its evolution. Her thoughtful approach to tradition, her genuine commitment to service, and her ability to connect with people from all walks of life make her the perfect partner for William as they prepare for their eventual ascension. The late Queen's decision to entrust her with significant royal jewels wasn't just about adorning a pretty princess. It was a profound vote of confidence in Catherine's understanding of what the monarchy represents and her ability to carry that legacy forward. What did you think of Catherine's stunning appearance at the French state visit? Was her dazzling tiara or that bold red gown your favorite part of her diplomatic dressing? And what about the significance of her choosing Givenchy? Do you think there was a subtle message there for a certain former royal in Montecito? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this royal fashion analysis, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on our beloved working royals. Until next time, my friends, keep supporting Catherine, William, and the royal family who show up day after day with dignity and dedication, proving that true royal elegance never goes out of style. Ta-ta. And bye for now.